Do you think that he would know there was a rift with you guys?
He's so deluded that he's like, everybody loves me. Everybody likes me. So TJ probably just wishes that he could work with me again. I think he's kind of an insecure dude. He's really nice, but his Twitter bio is showing you the parts of me that tested the best in focus groups. Mm-hmm. And I'm not sure that he's joking.
Ryan Reynolds is the kind of guy who sells you poison with a wink, and you'll thank him for it until your throat starts to close. Hollywood calls him charming. I call it well-branded manipulation. For years, we all drank the Kool-Aid, the funny guy, the devoted husband, the marketing genius, the king of viral ads who just happens to own the companies he's promoting. It was adorable, until the cracks showed. And now, with Blake Lively's career in freefall, it turns out the man behind the curtain isn't just tugging strings, he's choking the whole production. Let's be real, Blake didn't torpedo It Ends With Us alone. She had a co-pilot and his name was Ryan Reynolds. He wasn't just sitting in on meetings. He was rewriting scenes, berating the director, and reshaping the entire film around his wife like it was a boutique ad for her hair brand. He treated the director like a personal assistant, summoning him to his penthouse to complain about gym scheduling. Who even does that? This wasn't support. This was control, disguised in pink suits and punchlines. And somehow, nobody noticed because he smiled while doing it. But don't worry, we're noticing now. Let's talk about that text exchange between Justin Baldoni and Ryan. You know, the one that reads like a fanboy begging his favorite quarterback to hang out. Justin reaches out, nervous, respectful, basically saying, "Hey, I'd love to get to know you. Big fan. Thanks for letting your wife do the movie." And Ryan? Oh, Ryan plays nice at first. But buried in all that passive-aggressive flattery is a warning shot. A full paragraph of humble brag wrapped in roses. Blake passes on everything, but she chose you. Translation? Don't screw this up, rookie. You're lucky to even have her. Then Ryan suggests moving production up 2 weeks to keep their family together. That's not a small ask. That's not even a big ask. That's a shut down your entire crew's schedule, eat 6 figures in costs, and hope the unions don't riot ask. And the wild part is that Ryan knows this is absurd. That's why he makes it sound like a joke. Something about tattooing a producer's name on his perineum, because if you say something ridiculous and gross, maybe people won't notice you're serious. That's the Ryan Reynolds tactic. Say it with a smirk, wrap it in humor, gaslight people into thinking their discomfort is just part of your charm. But behind that Deadpool grin is a guy who micromanages every part of his wife's projects, and yours too, if you let him, from rewrites to red carpets to marketing strategies built around his business ventures. Forget Blake's co-stars. The real leading man in her movie was always off-screen, barking orders from behind a cocktail brand. And the moment things start to fall apart, Ryan disappears into the shadows and lets Blake eat the blame. Just like Deadpool never gets caught, Ryan Reynolds never leaves fingerprints. That is, unless you know where to look. So let's stop pretending Ryan Reynolds isn't involved. He may not be on the legal filings anymore, but make no mistake, his fingerprints are all over this mess. Blake's walking into court with a burning brand, a team of overpaid lawyers, and a war chest full of PR-grade subpoenas. And who do you think orchestrated that little circus? You really think Blake Lively, queen of DIY cookie decor and curated Met Gala looks, came up with the idea to subpoena 100+ content creators? Child, please. This has Ryan's dry smirk blueprint stamped all over it. He's not absent, he's Oz. And those flying monkeys? They're not CGI, they're subpoenas, motions, cease and desists. Ridiculous filings begging the court to erase Blake's deposition because it made her look like an idiot for 2 seconds. That whole motion might as well have been titled, "Please ignore the mess behind the curtain." And Blake? She's the face, the actress, the sympathetic lead they trotted out to carry this survivor narrative. But behind her is the man who spent the last decade mastering brand control. This isn't just a legal case, it's a full-scale PR campaign disguised as litigation, and the puppet master is sipping gin and sending strategy emails between Deadpool takes. Let's not forget, when the New York Times article dropped like a bomb, who got named in the legal filing? Ryan. Who quietly slithered out of the suit months later, hoping no one would notice? Ryan. And yet, the tactics didn't change. The tone stayed nasty. The smearing got louder. The subpoenas got pettier. That doesn't feel like Blake. She's more of an opportunist, a parasocial leech, if you will. This is Ryan's wheelhouse. This is a man who knows exactly how far you can push a media narrative before it breaks. He knows which influencers to ignore, which to target, which to silence. So while Blake is sitting in depositions looking overwhelmed and over-lawyered, Ryan's behind the curtain pulling every string, dodging accountability like it's a Hollywood reboot he didn't agree to star in. This isn't Blake's war, it's Ryan's chessboard, and she's just a very famous pawn. And the best part? If it all crashes and burns, if the public turns on her for the subpoenas, the theatrics, the lack of actual evidence, he's already scrubbed himself from the credits. He's nowhere, unbothered, untouched, off filming a TikTok with Hugh Jackman while his wife is getting dragged through the mud by her own deposition. She is the unknowing patsy whose career goes down the toilet while he exerts maximum effort to maintain plausible deniability. It's all strategy, chess not checkers. Because if there's one thing Ryan Reynolds knows better than comedy, it's plausible deniability. For a guy who built his empire on being likable, there's a growing trail of people who'd rather be anywhere else. You ever notice how the bromances don't last? How the collaborations magically dry up once the marketing deal ends? Where's the Deadpool director who helped put him back on the map? Ghosted. Where's his business partners from Mint Mobile now that the deal's been inked and banked? Quiet. Where's the behind-the-scenes footage from It Ends With Us, the movie his wife got sued over while he bailed out faster than a raccoon at a dog park? Oh, right. Those tapes? They don't benefit him, so they're nowhere to be found. This is the same guy who name-drops his wife every time he needs a laugh line, until she becomes legally inconvenient. The minute her PR stock dipped below profitable, Ryan bailed faster than Green Lantern tanked at the box office. And that's saying something. No defense, no comment, no damage control. Just a silent, smug, good luck, while his lawyers threw gasoline on the court filings. He's mastered the art of disappearing right before the explosion and pretending he never lit the fuse. But if he thinks this ends with Blake catching all the heat while he skates by untouched, he might want to check the temperature online. People are catching on, fast. That whole, aw shucks, I'm just a marketing dad with abs bit doesn't work when you're using legal loopholes and weaponized silence like a Bond villain in pastel loafers. Don't let the guy behind the curtain off the hook. Start asking why Blake's lawyers are moving like a Reynolds production team. Start asking who benefits from silencing creators, sealing transcripts, and crying foul after they launched the first PR missile. And start watching who's still brave enough to say his name while others are suddenly getting real quiet. Because Ryan Reynolds might not be on the docket anymore, but his shadow's still all over the courtroom. And if karma really is a script editor, he's about to find out what happens when the audience stops clapping. But hey, that's just my read on it. Public filings, public comments, and a whole lot of patterns. No money paid to me. All opinion, all speculation. Don't subpoena me. But if you can, subscribe. If you're tired of Hollywood pretending these puppet masters don't exist, hit like. If you've got a theory about Ryan's next move, drop it in the comments.